true.
That's right.
True.
Yes.
And he's a very handsome guy, but he's taken already.
That's right, he's taken. So here she is, Jasmine Lorimer is here. She's the Bachelorette of Canada, the very first one. Originally from Ontario, but she spent a ton of time here in Vancouver.
You were living in Pemberton when you got the call.
Yeah.
And what did they say to you?
Well, I was actually contacted by a friend of mine who I met while living in Pemberton, working in Whistler, and her cousin was a casting assistant for the production company. And I guess, I don't even know the exact details, but I think he must have crept through social media, kind of got an idea of who you are. And then he was just curious if I was interested, and I was. It was perfect timing for me, honestly.
Perfect timing because you were ready to do something else, or you were
because I moved. Well, yeah, just like ready to be with someone, like ready to share my life with somebody. Because I had moved to this small town, and I was happy there. Like I was like, okay, everything is really coming
single,
together.
Working. You had your own business.
Yeah, I did in Vancouver, and I kind of like left everything, but in search of happiness for me. Like I wanted to be in nature, and I wanted to be out of the city. I mean, I love Vancouver, but I just wanted to
expand
myself and be close still to Vancouver, but be in this beautiful place. And,
So when you get the idea that you're going to be a part of this, and they say, okay, you're the one, what's the first thing that you think of right away? Is that the exposure? Is that the guys? What are you thinking about?
It didn't hit me at first. I just was like, I can't wait to meet all these guys. I didn't even think about
all for you.
And then, but a bit of nerves knowing that they didn't know who I was. And they weren't going to know who I was until they stepped out of the limo.
But you didn't know who they were.
No, exactly. But usually the guys come in and on the U.S. version, the Bachelorette has been on a previous season, so the contestants coming on have an idea of that person. They might have a crush on her. They might have some similar interests, and they know the girl.
So it was literally 20 blind dates.
Totally.
Yeah.
So is this a good place to try and meet somebody? I mean, you're young, attractive, you're smart, you got a good career. So why put yourself through this?
Everyone asks that, and I mean, for me,
this is from the older brother now. Why are we putting you through this?
I know it seems kind of unconventional, but to me, when you think about it, you're given this prime situation, this prime environment to meet someone and click with them, because all the focus is within this love bubble, right? And so I think it's great in that way. Like I was like, why not? And all these guys are supposedly wanting the same things as you, so it's like 5 years of dating smashed into a couple months.
Okay, so what was the experience like? Dating 20 guys, kissing 20 guys, fooling around with 20 guys. Did you...
we don't know if she kissed yet.
We just saw it. No, we just saw it.
That was a bit... I knew that was going to be hard for me, because I always was the kind of person who would date one at a time. Like I couldn't do the whole casual dating. And I'm going to see this guy on Tuesday, and I might go for dinner with so and so on Friday. If I like someone, my blinders are on, and I'm just in it. And so I had to actually work on that. That was a bit of a struggle for me, but I think I did a really good job. I compartmentalized each relationship. I gave the respect to each guy that they deserved, and I tried to treat each thing individually.
So what do you look for in a guy? Because I've watched a show sometimes with my wife. I try to anyway, and a lot of the guys that come across, they come across as like bit of douchebag.
Did you have plants in the Bachelorette Canada? Because the American version, there's always a couple of idiots, and you're convinced they're plants just for drama.
Sometimes people's true colors come out when they're under pressure.
So some crazy dudes. And then the Bachelorette is blind to it for like the first half of the season.
Well, you know what? It's true, because we don't see what's going on
in the house.
If they're not with us, we only see what's there. So some people will be watching and they'll be like, "Oh, what is she thinking? How she's so stupid? Like this guy's crazy."
But you don't know that.
But you don't know until you see it for yourself,
or until a producer tells you.
But nobody told me anything. That was the one thing that, like, I think people think that, people try to manipulate or push you in a certain direction. Not at all, because they actually don't want to influence your decision. So no one was allowed to tell me their opinion on any guys, or like they might have had their own opinions, but it wasn't appropriate to tell me.
So you could be engaged right now. Because the season's been shot.
That's true, yes.
Now, let's see your ring finger. Is there like a tan line or anything? I'm just going to try to see here. Let me ask you about your family. What was the advice you got from your parents?
It was my mom and my sister who knew and who know, and my mom just really wanted me to. She wanted me to choose someone who was different than I normally dated.
Right.
I don't know why.
Who would you normally date?
Well, I think she just wanted to make sure that I was with someone who like really loved me for me.
For sure.
She's a
So
mom.
is she happy with your decision?
I don't know. That's tricky.
That was a good try, Raymond. Well done. Yeah.
Everyone's getting better.
That's right. You seem absolutely lovely. We're excited that there's a Bachelorette Canada. It's about time.
It's going to be fun.
Yeah, so we'll be watching. So it's on the W Network, and when does it start?
18th, I think.
On
13th.
Tuesday, coming up.
That's
Tuesday.
right, 13th at 9 p.m. on W Network.
If you miss it on the W Network, if you don't have cable, you can watch it online the next day on the WNetwork.com.
All right.
Which is good for people to know.
You know who's a big fan of The Bachelorette? Caitlin.
Yes.
I'm super excited for you.
Thank you.
And hopefully if there are any Canadian Chads, they get way out of the way.
Right? The
Yes.
Chads are the
Get rid of the Chads.